Another thing that aggravates me about black history is how condescending it is. I mean, just condescending. So the people that run Black History Month, they think that the most important thing that a black person can do is make a white person standard. Since the white man in them is God, right? So they just like make a list of all kind of black folks that did something, the first person to do what a white person does. And I tell you, they will do a whole freaking black history class on the first black person to make a white person standard, and say they're like they're so proud, like they're so proud. This is the stupidest thing I've seen in my life. I got a list of them here. We're just gonna start in the 1900s. They got the first African American to dine at the White House. That was Booker T. Washington. The first African American professional basketball player. Ain't that something? Well, his name was Harry Lew, L-E-W. Harry Lew. Harry played for the New England Professional Basketball League. The first African-American professional football player. His name was Charles Follis. The first African-American boxing champion. That was Joe Gain. Oh, man. The first Broadway musical written by an African-American. And the first to star African-Americans, it was Indahomey. I-N-D-A-H-O-M-E-Y. I know y'all thought I said Indahomey, like he my homie. No, that's how you spell it. The first African-American woman to found and become president of a bank. This is Maggie L. Walker. The first Greek letter fraternal organization founded by African Americans, because, you know, white people were Greeks and they had Greek organizations, and black folks want to be part of those organizations. They said, we don't accept black people. So black people decided to become black Greeks. Still got to make the white man standard, right? This was Sigma Pi Phi. The first African American to participate in Olympic Games. And the first to win a medal. It was George Poge. He had 2 bronze medals. This was in 1904. So anyway, y'all, it's a lot of this so stupid stuff. The first African-American Greek Orthodox priest, Robert Josias. The first intercollegiate Greek letter sorority established by African-Americans, Alpha Kappa Alpha at Howard University. See, it's the kind of stupid stuff that really puts you in a position where how can you ever feel like you belong when you're always comparing yourself to somebody trying to meet their standard? It is defeatism on the highest level. We're the only ones that do it. Only ones take pride in it. Only one that give classes in it. The only one that will demand that everybody cheer this type of ignorance. The first African-American woman to be recorded commercially. See that? Daisy Tapley. Well, I'm the first African-American to sit on the YouTube and say all this crap is stupid. Can I get on the list? The first African-American set up and say all these jokers that wrote this need to have their asses whooped. Can I get on the list? VinceEverettEllison, the first African-American to come on YouTube and say all black people that stand up and support this type of foolishness need to have their asses whipped. I should be on the list, y'all. Can I be added? The first African-American military pilot, Eugene Bullard. Go, Eugene. So y'all, I'm going to tell y'all something. Until black people fix this type of ignorance in their community, this old way of thinking where you celebrate somebody that made the white man standard and that somehow or another makes you equal, and you celebrate this type of buffoonery instead of just celebrating you're a child of God, then that's enough. That is enough. That you're a human being, that is enough. That you're an American citizen, that is enough. We're going to stay at the bottom of everything here in this country. Still demanding reparations. And you look at these people, you say, man, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Look, let me tell you something. You're not gonna get it. So you think that Donald Trump and the Republicans in the House and the Senate is going to sign off on giving black folks $40 trillion. Do you see how stupid these people are? They still talking about slave trade and Jim Crow and what happened 150 years ago. And they're going to try to get this government to give them $40 trillion. This is your leadership, black America. And this is why you at the bottom of everything. And why y'all keep voting for these idiots, I have no idea. But they still begging for reparations, y'all. And it is a freaking shame. They still hollering about being stolen from Africa. They're still hollering about systemic racism. They're still hollering about redlining. They're still screaming about white supremacy and white privilege. Well, y'all have heard me say it, let me say it again. It is a privilege to be white. But it's also a privilege to be black. And it is a privilege to be Asian. It is a privilege to be Jewish. It is a privilege to be Hispanic. It's a privilege to be a Christian. It's a privilege to be an American. So all you people out there talking about white privilege, I was born with privilege. Born with 2 good parents, came from a great family. Born an American, which is a great privilege. But the greatest privilege of all, hey, I was born an heir of Jesus Christ and child of God. And I'm not giving up any of my privileges for anyone. You can ask for them until your hair turned gray. You're not going to get one of my privileges. So you walk around here asking white people to give up their privilege. Let me tell white America right now, don't give up either one of your privileges. Like I said, and one of your privileges, but none of these jokers out here crying and begging in the street. None of them. As I said before, you tell them, if you need a good doctor, I'll help you find one. If you need a good priest, I'll help you get to one. If you need a good job, I'll help you get one. If you need to learn to read or write, I'll go to school with you and help you learn to read and write. But short of that, if you try to hurt me or mine, come try to take something from me or try to hurt me, I got 2 things to get you off of me. And that's Jesus and my 38. You better not try me. Now, what you want to do? Accept my help, function in your freedom, become a free man like Jesus Christ said you are, or do you want to get down with the get down? Because either way you want to do it, I'm ready for it. That's what you tell them. Don't let them make you live in condemnation. There's no condemnation. And maybe that type of chastisement will get them to stand on their feet the way free men are supposed to. All right, friends, VinceEverettEllison is here. I want you to go to my website, and on my website, you're going to see a lot of great stuff, man. You're going to see that we got t-shirts, we got caps, you got my books, my documentaries, you got all kinds of stuff on VinceSpeaksTruth.com. Go there. We're dropping new t-shirts, we're dropping new merchandise. My new book, The End of Tolerance, is there. The End of Tolerance. Make sure you get it. Make it #1. If you got my first 3, get The End of Tolerance. It's just as good. And it's telling us we have to end our tolerance with these leftists, these Democrats. We can no longer allow them to sexually groom our children. We can no longer allow them to castrate little boys and call them little girls, run God out of the public square, take away our guns, take away our sovereignty. No longer allow it. So go on VinceSpeaksTruth.com. That is VinceSpeaksTruth.com. Hit merchandise. You'll see the t-shirts. You'll see the caps. You'll see the books. You'll see the documentaries. You'll see it all. And let's keep this ball rolling. God bless you.